Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to Simply Nature Healthy is Sexy, and this is Jaslin with you Thursday morning. Alright, 大家早晨 and all my friends in the Philippines, hear the background. Well, I have a lot of updates for you. I was away for the last, I think 3 weeks. I was on vacation, I was on sick leave, and then of course I have a new addition. Hear that? I have 2 dogs right now. The first one was actually Prosper, come. Prosper, come on. Look at Prosper. And I have this new girl here. Her name is called Joy. Hi everyone, this is Joy, my new addition. And I got her for my first dog as his girlfriend, alright? And I have Prosper with me. Prosper, you come up here. Prosper. Well, they both look pretty alike, but one is a local dog and one is a corgi. Well, they're having fun right now, alright? So, I just want to say, magandang umaga for all my friends in the Philippines and friends in Hong Kong. 大家早晨，大家早上好. I'm back with you guys, alright? So, I'm a little bit distracted by 2 of them because they're trying to still get used to one another, right? So, the young puppy Joy is definitely more active, and oh look, it's making a lot of noise right now. Alright, just a second, let me post it back to my own page so that people there is following me able to listen to it. And okay, alright Joy, come on. And she just doesn't want me to talk, you know. Not used to me talking and not giving her eye contact. So I have been talking about the 5 basic needs of human, and I've been talking a lot about the food that we eat, the environment that we live in, the clothes that we wear, the water that we drink, and the shelter. So because all this is going to affect our health, and Simply Nature has been, well, we have been on, this is my 66th episode, alright? So, we've been on air for almost, let me see, I think we have been on air for almost coming to 2 years now. You know, every Tuesday, my husband will be sharing more of the health issue, health disease, cancer, what you're supposed to do if you're suffering from cancer, what are the alternatives, how should you have the remedy, what kind of attitude, you know, that you should possess, and who are the social group that you should be with, so that you be encouraged, you have the right counselor, you actually know what to do, how to behave, and we are more concerned about fighting cancer even before you get it. So I've been sharing a lot about stopping cancer. We have been talking this month, we've been talking about breast cancer, and last Tuesday my husband just talked about why do people fall into breast cancer, and how do you behave, how do you find a solution, what you should be doing right, and why it is you don't have to panic. You just have to get yourself with a lot of knowledge right now, because everything can be found online, and we can actually find a solution before we thought that there's no way out. Alright, so this week I'm going to share on an overview of why climate change will also surely affect your health. How many of you agree with me? Climate change, I mean, around the world people are talking about climate change. Hi Sheila, thank you for watching. Alright, we're talking about sea level rising, you know, ice melting, temperature rising. Every 2 years to 3 years, there probably a 1 degree temperature upwards, you know. Places getting unsafe. The recent tsunami in Japan is given a country in Japan that has been so good in emergency and risk management for their country. They are also getting out of hands because it's really going to be a big issue around the world. And look at Indonesia, they are actually going to change the capital from Jakarta to Kalimantan. So I mean, how bad it is, super bad. How serious it is? Super serious. How important for us to Joy, come here, Joy. How important for us to really think that we should be actually think about the solution right now. I mean, this is something that the world is really concerned about, and that's the reason why I'm talking about this, because there is actually a link, since we are talking about breast cancer. You know, as ocean rises, so do the breast cancer. Wow, what is the link? How is that a link? There's this link between breast cancer and environment, believe it or not, but it has been overlooked. Why is that so? I've read a lot. I'm still learning, so I'm just sharing with what I've known, that premenopause women are exposed to a higher level of air pollution, and that actually increased 30% of that risk on breast cancer, according to this research by Paul Vanimnor, professor of occupational and environmental health at Cleanzeasia University in the States. All right, so she's getting very noisy. Let me get her up. Look at her. And this would actually trigger a wake-up call, given that they're very intent to think of breast cancer just a disease of aging women or due to lifestyle. I mean, we are all affected by the food we eat, as well as the environment that we live in. We can't deny that, right? In fact, the science of breast cancer tells us that genetically, you know, if we say breast cancer is due to the genes of the family, you'd be surprised it's actually from small to moderate contribution. The main contribution is actually the environment that we live in and the food that we intake. So knowing this risk fact, you know, such as family history, age, you know, your ethnic group or the hormones change, is only 3 out of 10 cases. The rest of the 70%, guess what? It's due to the environment, including the air that we breathe, the water that we take, and the soil that we're exposed to. See this girl. Wow, she's so naughty. And the place we live in and the work that we are involved with, as well as the food that we consume, as I said. So there was this test about this 26,300 women that were diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017. And you know what? The result came out that it was due to the carcinogens of the workplace. I wonder what kind of workplace that they are in, but it was actually the workplace that causes the breast cancer where they diagnosed it. So environment is actually a very key factor that actually affect our health. And all these climate activists or protests against the global warming is really trying to make a movement to tell the world, you know, we have to do something about the world that we're living in. If not, all this health disease, right, Joy, is going to affect all of us, and even for this little one. So, you know, despite the scientific evidence that highlighting the environmental factors and the important roles that we're talking about this contributing to talking about this topic, which is breast cancer. I mean, there's more to it, all right? So it's not just breast cancer, but literally cancer that's happening around the world. It's really, you'd be surprised, it's very much due to the environment that we live in. You know, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, and I keep repeating myself, the food that we eat, even the environment that we stay in. I talk about a subject on 5G, how bad it will be if it's going to affect us, if it's going to come to your country. So it's not surprising that given the environment is regularly ignored when we talk about this week breast cancer, you know, because people think that it's genetic, you know, it's my grandma got it, so probably I will get it. Yes, the seed, the DNA, you know, is there, but as long as you don't harvest it, you don't fertilize your environment, which is your body, with all the bad things that's going to affect you, by right, your gene of that possible breast cancer will not manifest. But because the environment actually helps you to do that, so that's where the manifestation of the breast cancer will actually happen. So we're talking about most people will only talk about breast cancer when they got it, But the truth is, you should be concerned if you actually stand a chance. So the prevention is also a topic that is less talked about. When we talk about breast cancer, it's always to the people that had already had that disease. Therefore, it's of their concern, and they started to read about more about that. They started to find out more about the solution. But I think in today's world, we should already, it's like a known fact that by 2020, which is not far away from it, every 4%, one will suffer cancer. Do you know that? Every 4%, one will suffer cancer. So these are the data that has been coming to us. Rather than sitting there and hoping that you are the 3 out of the 4, it's so close to having any family members possible facing cancer right now. So don't you think that it is like your corporate responsibility, social responsibility, to really know about how to stop cancer even right now, even that you're healthy? So this prevention topic is something that we have a real concern. The primary preventions when we say stop cancer is before it started. Not finding it and treating it early, although it is too very important. So, forecast of the future of cancer tells us that 1 in 2 Canadian, talking about right now, 50% will likely be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. I'm not saying that there's no cure or there's no remedy, but I'm just saying that it looks like the data is real, and right now the data coming from Canada is actually every 2% will get cancer. So this Dr. Ted, from the research team actually said that breast cancer is not only the disease of the abnormal cells, but it's also a community that we create and live in. So as we apply this argument, it means that we actually create and contribute to the environment that the world is facing with people suffering from cancer. So the question is, are we doing anything to make sure that the world we're living in will have fewer cases of cancer? So I hope that this will bring a message clearer to every one of us, that we have this social responsibility to make sure that we play a part of not causing the environment to be in a state of creating more cancer patients. I don't know, but I guess this is something that we have to start thinking, and this climate change is going to affect every one of us, everyone, whether you're in a mountain or you're living in a sea. So we are talking about science behind everything that is causing work hazard, environmental hazard for people in the world that we're living in, that's causing all the health issue. I've been talking about the 5 basic needs of human being that's causing us health issue. Of course, occupational job, like if you're working in pharmacies, healthcare, hairdresser, exposed to chemical because of dyeing your hair. People that's work in a plastic environment, manufacturing, agriculture, because agriculture involves a lot of pesticide that's highly chemical. Air crew, firefighter that's exposed to air pollutions. All these occupational hazards also causes thousands and thousands of women worldwide that suffer breast cancer. So, looks like we're really in an environment that is not helping us, Well, in Philippines, I've been hearing a lot of people moving back to the province, finding an environment that is livable. Moving to just spoke to Doc Time, which is a very famous doctor here, appearing on Salamat Doc. He actually mentioned that now 6 days of the week he is in Antipolo because there's a better environment so far, rather than in the city. So people are moving outskirts, people are moving to the province, people are moving to countrysides, farming area. Because why? We are all feeling that people living in the city are exposed to all this chemical intake, whether you like it or not. Stressful environment, whether you like it or not. So these are the possible things that you have to start thinking about. I leave you with that thought. This prevention is definitely a priority. It's not only when you had that, disease, but I think the debate right here is the poor state environment and the adverse outcome that associate with. We're talking about if you have the opportunity to prevent cancer, including breast cancer, this is your priority, especially if your family runs in the genes of having breast cancer, right? So either you have to change your job, you're gonna move back to a province. Well, this is something that you should start thinking about, all right? So we have many stories on the numerous health problems connected to chemical problem in the climate changes, and this really has causes not even cancer, things like cardiovascular disease, fertility issue, asthmatic adverse birth outcome, which is very common right now, disability, diabetic, stroke, and you name it, you know, everything is affecting our health right now. And yet, despite increasing evidence of association between the health issue and the environment exposure, the media does not cover this piece of story. I don't know why, but I'm not here to be against media, but I mean probably they don't think that there's a real connection or there is actually something to talk about. I mean, we must work on such to create a future where we don't have to surrender our good health to unregulated exposure to known and suspected breast carcinogen, all right? So instead, we must implement the precautionary principle in our community, people in the community doing projects, environmental projects or workplace across the planet, all right? We should be thinking of the precautionary projects to implement in our workplace, all right? In our, probably you need to have more indoor plant in your workplace to rid off all the air pollutions even within the workplace. What makes you think that working in the air conditioned place is safe, where the air keep circulating back and forth, old air, dusty air, germs because somebody's coughing next door and it will suck up in the air conditioning? What makes you think that the air within the office is clean as the one outside? Not true. So probably the people in the workplace have to think of other solutions to make sure that the air that they're breathing in, working 24/7 in the office, call center agent. I'm just telling you guys, you have to think of probably putting some plants around your desk to make sure that the air that you're breathing is fine, all right? So stop creating environment that is bad for your health. Probably you have to stop smoking, you have to stop drinking the soda, stop eating the fried food, stay healthy, eat more greens, less preserved food, canned food, stay away from it, far away from it. Snacks, deep fried, chemical processed snacks, my dear friends, stay away from it, all right? So as long as you prevent yourself from being exposed to all this chemical intake, you will help your health, all right? So I leave you to it. What is your priority for your health? We're going to talk more about the environment that we're living in. How should we stay objective about getting your health back? Why is the environment the key to a lot of health issues? And what are the good environment that we should stay in once a while, take a break, all right? So we do have updates this week. On the 6th of November, we're going to have a health talk again, and this time Beat Cancer Now with Doc Maddie. It's going to be held at Ortigas Foundation Library in the Philippines, in Manila, all right? So if you are familiar with Ortigas Library, do click the link if there's a need. Share with your family members, your friends. Come to hear about how do you beat cancer, all right? Even you're not facing right now, it's fine. Get knowledge on that, all right? It will be on the 6th of November. Start at 9:30. Registration start at 9 a.m. Sign up on the link below. I'm going to flash the link in a while's time. Click on the link and join us, all right? So once again, brought to you by Simply Nature, Healthy is Sexy. Look at my dog, she's like, what is that? Healthy is Sexy, all right? So thank you for listening. Thank you for welcoming me back, and I hope to see you again next Thursday at 8 a.m. Look at it. And this is Joy and Jaslin signing off. Good to see you guys. How about Prosper? You can come up here. Are you able to see Prosper? Prosper, come on. Up. Up. Prosper, up. Are you able to see him? Oh, look at his face. Oh. Alright, guys. See you. Thank you. Bye, guys.